Okay, so tool-wise, what we're gonna need, you're going to need some core wool. If you have roving, as long as it's not a superwash, it'll work. You're going to need a little bit of white for his eyeballs. You'll need some black for his nose, outlining his eyes, and the whisker point. You'll need a little bit of red for his tongue, and a little bit of blue for us to put in his eyes. You'll also need a bit of string, whichever color you want. This is about, let's see, 2, 3, 4, about, probably about maybe 10, 11 inches, because you're going to knot one end and then leave the loop at the top. And we'll show you how to do that. You'll also need a pair of scissors handy, just in case, because you may need to trim off. Needle-wise, we're going to use the yellow needle, which is a 42 triangle. My needles come from Living Felt. And I'm also going to use the 40 spiral for finishing. I have the clover tool in case you want to make it smooth. This is real handy, but keep in mind this is a dangerous little tool. It can do you some harm. And we're also going to need a dull needle. And if you don't have one, any type of needle big enough to get your thread through the eye, and we will get you through there. Okay, there's different ways to start on the head of this dog. This piece of roving I have is a little, it's about the length of my arm. From my hand to my armpit is how far this goes. And we don't need a bunch for ears. We actually need most of it for the head. So I'm gonna take probably several inches. Let's go with, let's see, about 4. Just get a handful of it and pull that off to cover for ears. Now, there's all kinds of different ways for you to make this into a ball. You know, you can take and roll this up like this and then turn in and felt it as you go, and you can make your ball that way. What I like to do to get my ball started is I like to take and put a knot in the center. Not like a knot that's going to hold, but you know, put this in like this. And we're going to take the 42 and we're going to give this a little stabbing. Now, if you are brand new, I do advise using finger guards, whether it's it doesn't matter, leather kind, the rubber kind. If you don't have leather guards and you have 2 thimbles, use that. Anything to safeguard your fingers until you get accustomed to stabbing with your fingers being wide open, because these little things are dangerous. They can do you a lot of harm. I know I've put this needle right here at my cuticle. It went out the other side and back out before I realized that I had done that. So it can be very painful if you hit yourself. Now in this, I'm stabbing straight down. The thing with needle felting, if you stab straight down, the fibers go straight down. If you stab at an angle, the fibers go to an angle and they fill up the air that's in here. So do some stabbing. You don't want this super firm, but you want it to hold. Now I'm going to take and kind of poke this out a bit. And I'm going to start wrapping this around like this. And I'm going to stab this in, because the object is to kind of get this slightly egg-shaped. And so I'm going to go ahead and work on this half and get this felted in. And the consistency that you're looking for, if you take your hand and you put your third finger and your thumb together and touch the ball of the pad of your thumb, you want to get about that consistency. So keep stabbing until you get there, and then I will meet you on the other side.